Hello and welcome back to Niyama Yoga here in Costa Rica. Thank you for joining us again for another practice. In this practice today, we're simply going to be focusing on getting the body moving. A little bit of balance, but mainly just getting that body flowing. Starting our practice here in Tadasana, palms touching in the heart center. Legs and spine straight and tall. Finding our breath. Following it in. Following it out. Inhale, raising our arms up high to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Stretching tall, palms touch. Exhale as we fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhaling Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, crown of the spine long, hands to the ground, stepping back, Kumbhakasana, plank position. Drop down through Chaturanga, inhaling up into Urdhva Mukha, quads off the ground as we inhale up into Adho Mukha, down dog. Take a breath or two, and then bend the legs, step or jump forwards, meeting back, Ardha Uttanasana. Dropping down, Uttanasana. Inhale, raising back up tall, Urdhva Hastasana, find that length in the spine. Dropping back down, meeting in Tadasana for one breath. Inhaling back up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhaling all the way back down into Uttanasana. Inhaling Ardha Uttanasana. Hands to the ground, Kumbhakasana. Drop down through Chaturanga as we inhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees, spring forwards, meeting back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhaling down, Uttanasana. Slowly rolling back up. Find that length, reach. Palms touch to the heart center. Take a breath here. As we repeat for the third and final time, sweeping up high, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhaling, halfway lift. Hands to the ground, Kumbhakasana. Exhale through Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhaling, Adho Mukha. Spring back forwards, meeting in halfway lift. Exhaling, Uttanasana. Rising, rolling back up, meeting in Urdhva Hastasana. Palms touch, dropping down to the heart center. As we say this time, for 3 breaths. Inhale, releasing the hands, sweep up to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bending into the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose, stretching the fingertips away from the wrists away from the shoulders, dropping our glutes lower and deeper. Gripping the toes, planting the feet, stretching the arms as straight as they can go. Stay with the breath. Palms facing forwards. Exhale, sweeping through, interlacing the hands behind the back. Stretching the shoulders open, finding that space between the shoulders, breathing into there. Keeping the knees bent, toes gripped. Inhale, straighten the legs. And then sweeping the left hand over to the right foot. Right arm behind the back, palm facing up, keeping the legs straight, keeping them engaged and active. Staying here with the breath. Working our way across to the opposite sides. Inhale, interlace the hands, take one more stretch. Bend back into the knees. Inhale, sweeping back up into Utkatasana, chair pose. Deep breath in. Pushing ourselves up tall, Urdhva Hastasana, palms touch, lowering down to Tadasana. Take a few breaths, grounding yourself, bringing the right foot to the center of the mat, and we'll raise our left leg away from the ground, pressing our palms tightly together, pushing through that supporting foot on the floor. Start to work your way into Vriksasana tree pose, perhaps starting by pressing your heel into the ankle, the sole of the foot into the side of the leg, or if you can, the sole of the foot into the inner thigh, finding whichever variation works best for you, avoiding pushing the foot onto the knee. Keeping that supporting left leg solid and engaged in the ground. Palms pushing together, activating the biceps, the chest, the shoulders. Finding the breath to find the balance. If you feel stable enough, inhale, raising the arms up to the sky for around about 3 breaths, stretching tall. Feeling that stability inwardly and outwardly as we step the right leg back, meeting in Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, strong and active arms, knee above the ankle. Follow the breath from the lower back all the way into the neck. Inhale to gently lean forwards, turning the front palm up. As we exhale, sweeping back, Shanti Virabhadrasana, Warrior 3. Reaching those top fingertips over. Option here to bind the left arm around the back. Breathing into that stretch. Meeting back in Warrior 2. Turning our back foot to face forwards, stretching our fingertips up high to the sky, Ashta Chandrasana. Folding through, interlacing our hands behind our back. Once again, breathing into that space between the shoulders. Preparing ourselves to take off, pushing back, off and up onto that front supporting left foot, left leg, raising the right leg back up as we began. Palms touch, dropping our foot down, palms touching the heart center. Bringing our feet and our knees together, cactus the arms, gently leaning backwards. Engaging our quadriceps, feeling that strength in our lower back. Let the head roll back. Breathe into the space in the chest, the throat. Reach up to the sky, straighten the spine, feet hip distance, meeting back in Tadasana. Raising now the left leg, the opposite side, palms pushing together. If it helps, find something that doesn't move and blankly stare at it. Remembering that balance always starts from the inside. Working our way back to Vrksasana. Just like the first time around, choosing your preferred variation. Heel on the ankle, foot to the inner leg or the inner thigh. Use your hand if you need to raise the leg, the foot further up. Keep those palms pushing together tightly. Feel your strength, feel your stability. Nurture it with your breath. If you feel you can, keeping that supporting foot planted to the floor, raise both arms up to the sky. Stretching the fingertips up. Preparing ourselves to step back into Warrior Two. A couple more breaths. Stepping the left leg back, heels line up, back foot points out, arms strong and engaged in Virabhadrasana 2. Looking over the front fingers. Palm turns up, sweeping back Shanti Virabhadrasana. Notice how your breathing has become easier as the practice has gone on. Binding that back hand, if you wish, to your front hip. The body's already feeling better, stronger, looser and more flexible as we inhale back to Virabhadrasana 2. Turning our back foot to face forward, sweeping up Ashta Chandrasana, high lunge. Looking up at the space between the hands, keeping that front knee solid and locked above the ankle. Sweep the hands through, interlace them and find that stretch again. Breathe into the space between the shoulders. Stretching the spine long. Preparing ourselves here to push off onto the front supporting right foot. Raising that left knee back up. Palms touch. Foot comes down to the ground, feet and knees together. Inhale, cactus the arms. Let the body, let the head roll back, trusting the quadriceps, the lower back, to support us and stabilize us. Follow the breath from the belly to the chest to the throat. Inhale, palms touch, straighten back up, feet hip distance. Ground yourselves as we inhale back up one final time, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, spine long, hands to the ground, stepping or springing back, Kumbhakasana. Pausing this time for a few breaths here in plank. Engage the core, deepen the breath, feel that strength. Drop down Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Final time, coming up into Adho Mukha Svanasana. And when you're ready, nice and slowly, we'll drop down into Balasana, Child's Pose. Big toes touch, spread the knees as wide as the mat, stretch the hands forwards. Forehead comes down to the ground. Feel free to rest it on a block if you have one, or a stack of books, whatever you've got, a cushion it could be, a pillow. Taking around 3 more deep breaths in here in Balasana. As we slowly work our way through a tabletop to a seated position in Sukhasana. Finding your preferred position here, palms face up on the knees, perhaps palms touching in the heart center, perhaps one hand on the heart, one on the stomach. Finding your natural breath. We'll remain here breathing for around about 4 to 5 minutes. Inhaling for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding the breath for 2, 1. Exhaling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath for 2, 1. Exhale slowly through the mouth. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeating by yourself, guiding yourself. In for 4, holding for 2, exhaling for 8. Feel free at any time to increase or decrease. Listen to your body as we remain here in silence, guiding ourselves for a few more minutes, allowing the breath to synchronize with the heart, calming the mind, calming our consciousness. When you're ready, nice and slowly, start to move the fingers. Allow the breath to return to its natural rhythm. Find some movement in the head, in the neck, rolling the shoulders. Inhale, one last reach up to the sky, stretching tall. Exhale, fold forwards, stretching our fingertips away from the shoulders, forehead towards the ground, chest towards the ground. Slowly begin to roll the body back up, meeting back in Sukhasana, palms touching in the heart center. Thank you ever so much for joining me for this Niyama yoga practice today. Take as long as you need and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.